as far as leadership goes, and there's been teaching on this, but the first person that we are responsible to lead is ourselves. And so if I'm not leading myself correctly and following the path of God's will and becoming everything God's called me to be and to become, then I'm not going to be able to effectively lead others, because we can't lead someone else to a place we've never been. And so anyway, but staying focused on personal spiritual health, because that's one of the things right now that we're so passionate about, is encouraging pastors, because pastors are in a very, very difficult position right now, leading churches through such division, such disunity, the pandemic, coming out of the pandemic, all the polarization and all those kind of things. And so, but if the leader is basically just giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, at some point he's going to be leading on empty. There's actually a book by that title that's extremely good. But one of the things that the Lord showed me early on was, one of the things that was surprising to me was when I stepped out of the seat from associate pastor to lead pastor, I was shocked at the uptick in spiritual warfare. I was shocked at the uptick in just total demands constantly on my time, needs, everywhere I looked, and having to give and give and give and give and give. And so I learned that after a while, and I've been keeping a devotional journal since 1988. But there were seasons there where it was a little drier and not really where it should have been, because I was so focused on giving. But when you do that and you run out of what's inside, it becomes an unhealthy situation. So one of the things that I learned is that leaders have to focus on their own spiritual health, consistent devotional and prayer time. Jesus set the example for us. What he did in the multitudes came from the power that he gained in a solitude with his heavenly Father. If Jesus needed to spend tons of time in prayer and fellowship with the heavenly Father, then certainly we do. And when we do that, and we focus on consistent devotional time, consistent prayer life, taking Sabbaths, taking days off, going ahead and taking vacations, then what happens is that we can begin to lead from the overflow instead of leading from an empty tank. And so that is one of the biggest dangers for pastors and spiritual leaders in this day, is just because of all the demands. It's so easy to focus on everything that you have to give, but if you're not being replenished, then you are going to become depleted, and that is a very dangerous place to be.